Hello. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome back to CrimiClown Television. Daytime television, for a change. Let's announce this on the Discord, because I don't think anyone knows I'm live. Time for some daytime television. There we go. Alright, let's head right over to Kerbal Space Program. Yesterday we made a space scooter. And we landed it on Minmus, and we refueled it on Minmus. With a new mining drill. And a new mining drill is kind of a permanent base. It's not really suited for flying or docking, so this is something that we encountered halfway through. It's not very well suited for docking, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make some. We're going to have to make a refueler, and this refueler, it can be a very simple craft, but at least it needs some. What's it called? Monopropellant engines, so it can move in all directions. And we can then use it for docking. Now, to use it for docking, it will of course need a docking port. And that needs to be the same on the top as on the bottom. And we're going to have some sideway engines to make larger burns. Let's hop into the game and let's see where we left off. There we go. We have also a lot of science because in the meantime I've done a little bit of work. I've put some relays around each and every planet within the Kerbal system. Let me show you. There we go, relays. So we already had some MUN relays. Now these are very old relays and they are not in any form, in any way, shape or form in a synchronous orbit. Now, they don't need to be in a synchronous orbit, but they do need to be in some sort of orbit where they can, well, talk to each other, basically. So what we're going to do is this relay MUN Egg 3, it's right now on 100,000 meters, 100 kilometers north and south. We're going to increase that. We're going to make it a lot bigger. And the main thing is that they need to match up to each other. As in, they need to have the same, sort of the same orbit. So let's fly it. And let's increase the altitude. Because 100 kilometers, these antennas that are on here, they can do way more than just 100 kilometers. So what we want to do is we want to go to the prograde, which is on the other side. There we go. And now this takes 1 hour to 1 hour Kerbal time to revolve around the MUN. We want this to be 6 hours, and that is 1 day. So as long as all of the other orbits are 1 day away from each other, that's going to be just grand. Alright, let's engage the engine. And let's put a thrust limiter on it for 10%. I think that will do. Alright, so this is 1 hour. We need this to be 6 hours. Let's put a little bit more thrust just for now. Alright, so what if we make this like 500 kilometers? We have a lot of room to wiggle, so let's just brute force it. There we go, 500 kilometers. Now we're gonna teleport. I was gonna say we're gonna warp to here. Alright, and now we're at the... now we also need to go prograde. On this side, yes. And we're also going to make this 500 kilometers. Let's see how it will turn out. So this is not too bad. Let's warp a little bit. Alright, so that's around 500 kilometers. It takes 4 hours to do a lap. You know, I think that's quite good. So let's go to the periapsis, warp here. And let's try and get it to 4 hours exactly. Four hours exactly. So we need to burn off a little bit of speed on this side. Alright, that's very close. Very close. We just need to limit the thruster a little bit because we're overshooting. So put it on 1%. This is the 1% engine. There we go. Just up it a little bit till it hits 4 hours exactly. We've overshot it by just a little bit. There we go. Let's also take a look at our inclination. Looks like we're oh, looks like we're not able to steer it anymore. Actually, it looks like the game has crashed. Yeah. Game has crashed. Oh my god. Target switching locked. Well, the game hasn't crashed entirely, but something's happened. Alright, let's start the game over. It's apparently not responsive at all. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to make these orbits roughly around the same time. I think 4 hours is a bit short for the Mun. It's not very it's rather low actually. Although 500 kilometers with these relays, I think it will do. Yeah, I think it will do. All right, 500 kilometers, 4 hour orbit. We'll take it. Oh, before I go on, I'm very sorry about this. I need to quickly fix something. And that is the episode from yesterday. We didn't even upload it yet, so let's upload it to the Edenia live channel. Links in the description, so other people can enjoy it before it gets kicked out of, kicked off of Twitch. Right. Start. There we go. That's going to take a couple of seconds. There we go. Let's start the game. Resume saved. Right, tracking station. We were here at the Mun Egg 1. It appears that... Alright, Mun Egg 1 is still in the high orbit. How's this? Yeah, it's still in the low orbit. Alright, so we have to do the maneuvers again, but that's fine. That's fine. Alright, let's already put this back on like 10%. Alright, where are we right now? We're not at the periapsis. We want to be at the periapsis. No maneuver node. We can do this by eyeballing. Let's warp here. And let's turn prograde until we hit 500 on one side. Oolaka! There are some good satellites. Oh yeah, these satellites, these are very low tech. That is to say, this is made with, I think every one of these science parts is below the 90 science range, so it's rather good actually. Turn on the engine, you dummy. Alright, Apple App says we're going to up it until it's 500 kilometers. 500 kilometers. We're going to synchronize these orbits in order to increase the efficiency of our communication network. Alright, so we're brute forcing this, we're eyeballing this. There's no finesse. Nothing of the sorts. We don't do finesse. There we go, 500 kilometers. Let's move towards the apoapsis. And move prograde again. Whoop. And now for the other end of this orbit. We're gonna up the altitude on the periapsis to 500 kilometers as well. And then we're gonna try and get it on the 4-hour mark, because I think this is, well, this is more, well, more of a coincidence than not, but 500 kilometers seems to coincide with a 4-hour period, more or less. So we're going to try and match it as good as we can. So I'm just looking at the hours now. The periapsis is no longer interesting. Alright, so we can be very precise with this. Alright, 1 second overshot. No problem. We'll fix it. There we go. Easy enough. Now, the only thing we're going to do with this is minor corrections. So, thrust limited to 1%. There we go. And for now, we'll disengage SAS. This will just float around the Mun, right? Because that's where we are. And we're gonna go for COMSAT 2. Switch. Now this is already in a similar orbit, but not entirely similar. Thrust limiter to 1% because it's already quite close. And now we just need to go to the... oh, we also have some inclination fix to do here. Let's... oh, slash to cancel the warp. So this is the point where we will be crossing orbits. How many satellites do you have? We have around each body. We have 3 satellites. So we don't... you could use 4 or even 8 if you want to be really precise. But I thought that 3 was enough. So the inclination is changing, but rather slowly. Put it to 10%. Right, so what we want to do is we want to target this so we get a clear understanding where we need to burn for these inclination changes. So let's warp here, and this is going to be not the ascending node, but this is not going to be the descending node, but the ascending node, so we need to go anti-normal. In order to fix the inclination. Alright, so we're on a 0.7 inclination now altogether. Let's try and fix that. That's 0.8. Alright, so this is going backwards now. Let's see. 7, 6, that's good. I'm looking at the instruments in the bottom left, by the way, at 0.7. Alright, so we need to go to a different part of the orbit in order to fix this inclination. We're not quite above the equator just yet. Looking more like it. 4, 3. It's hanging on 3, so we move to a different part of the... Yeah, it's all fun and games. Let's unset target. We don't need the target anymore. We just need to know a maneuver node. We We just need to know our advanced orbital information. Still hanging on 3. Yeah, it's going up. Alright. So these do not possess the better stuff yet. The better maneuvering ability stuff. I wish I had some SCS modules on these. That would make it a lot easier to do all these corrections, but I'm fine. Fine, we're just a bit above the equator. I think we have to warp to here instead. Warp already in progress. Well, then we warp here. Quite a slow orbit we're in, which is fine. Alright, 0.4 inclination. Boosting down does not help, so we better boost up then. We better boost up. 4. No, it's going back to 5. Right, so I think we're on a... I think we're on a mission here. I think anything under one degree is still acceptable, really, but that's going the wrong way. But we are getting a reaction, so it works. Good luck trying to fix that. Well, thank you. It's not luck, it's science. 0.0. Great. Alright, now we're gonna match this orbit with the other orbit. How do we do that? Very easy. And you fixed it, never mind. It's just a matter of finding exactly when you are going over the equator. And I think there is some way. He be live. Yes, he be live. Najad, I have a gift for you. A gift. Tracking station. Because you actually named this vehicle while we were on stream. You called it the Centipede. You remember the Centipede, Najad? So here we are. Oh, look, the space scooter is space scooter is jumping. All right, so we renamed this vessel to Base. This does not stand for Bus. Bus gets his own vehicle. But this is Najad's Centipede. And it's sitting right here on Minmus for us to collect science. So you're our main science guy. You're our main scientist, basically. We also have here the space scooter. It's... oh my god, we made this yesterday. It's very small. Very small, this space scooter. But it can be even more compact if you want to. So this is basically like a motorbike in space. It's a mosquito, yeah. The bumblebee. And it has very small engines to lift it off the ground. It's very... That's an awesome design. Thank you. Alright, so this is capable of docking, which is, I think, my best attempt yet. Alright, so if you want this to get a little bit of fuel, you can dock it like this. Oh god. Well, that's my best attempt. Let's lock the camera. Oh my god, yes, here we go. We should have put some why do I think this is going bad? Well, of course, because I'm bragging about it. That's why it's going bad. There we go, it's on. Alright, Najad, have fun. You need to get me something to eat. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Alright, so there is the docking maneuver. We can fill it up with fuel. I think we've missed one fuel tank last time. Yes, we did. Alright, so let's go out. Let's fill it up entirely. There we go. This is also not full. So, for some reason... it's not full at all. Some of these are just not filled. Alright, out. Gotta have some faith, bruh. Alright, so I think everything's full now. Yes, looks like it. Alright, undock. Where's the undock? Alright, then... and then we just set it down. So someone else can enjoy flying this. So there we go. Fully fueled and docked. Nice. After seeing hard mode. Yeah, hard mode was a bitch. Hard mode was truly a bitch. I'm never going to play hard mode again. Alright, so we have the two, the two vessels right here. We need to fix up. So we fixed the inclination. It's now 0 degrees. And this now also needs to be at 500 meters, 500 kilometers by 500 kilometers on a 4-hour. 4-hour trip around the Mun. Alright, so let's get this up to 500. Almost there. We're doing very small... oh god. I was saying we're doing very small burns and then we fudged it up. Now this luckily has enough fuel to go to Minmus and back to the Mun and even land if we want to. We don't want to land the satellite, but we could. We could land this satellite. Alright, close enough. Let's move to the apoapsis. Warp here. Now we're going to need to do some things because, well, if we circularize now, egg number 03 is very close. So we don't want that. We want this actually to be gaining a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward until we're about 3/4 of the way ahead. I think we just did. That's 1/4. I mean 1/3. 1/3 of the way. Perfect. All right. Let's point prograde, and let's increase our orbit until the orbit is exactly 4 hours long. On the nose. Alright, 4 hours long exactly. Now these orbits are perfectly aligned. Now there is a little bit of an inclination change on this one, which we can fix. Easily fix. So what's the inclination? 0.6, alright. 0.6. We're going this way, so we need to grab a point in the orbit where it's equal to the other one. Let's point. Time warp complete. Oh, now we have no control, of course, because, well, this one's on the other side of the planet. Right, so I think that this needs to come a little bit closer in order to... the point in having 3 is that you have a triangle around the Mun. So that whenever you are without communications, one of the other relay antennas will communicate with you. Point being But if you do that... are we chasing him? Yeah, we're chasing him. Alright. Let's just bring it down just a little bit. Like a 5-minute change. 5-minute change. Alright. So now if we do a little bit of a time warp. How many laps will we need? Still chasing him. Let's just wait a little bit. Now, if we draw an imaginary line between these, yeah, that will work. Alright, so these can now go, not through the mun, but by the mun, so that's good. We'll go prograde, and we'll fix our time again. So there's two things. If you want to make a COMSAT network like this, you have to take a couple of things into account. First things first is you need... Oh, come on. You need to watch your timing. That's the first thing you need. Watch the timing. Exactly. Alright, inclination can be fixed, I think, right here. And we're going to quick save a little bit for this, because I have no clue whether we need to go... I think we need to use the declining node now. So the anti-normal. I think this is just enough of the right time. Alright, we're changing it. But we're probably also altering our orbital time now. 1. It's going to stay on 1, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so we need to do this right here. Go to here. I clicked the wrong button. Mun 3, switch. I couldn't see the button, so I just randomly clicked. I clicked the wrong one. Warp here. Still on a little bit of an incline, which is fixable. This should be ascending node. Well, apparently not here. Somewhere around here, perhaps. So, as I said, a couple of things you need to keep in mind when building a COMSAT network. First of all, you're going to need a connection at all times. So, for instance, we're now passing behind the mun. Now, this, luckily, the Kerbal egg one gives us a little bit of a connection still. So that's good. Otherwise, this would have given me the connection, because we can see it. And if we couldn't see it, it would have been a problem. Right, inclination, that's the wrong way. It's the wrong way, friend. 0. I like it. Alright, how's the orbital time now? 3 seconds fast. Alright, well, that's easily fixed. Retrograde. Now, normally I would wait until we're at the periapsis, but we're so close to the periapsis, and it's not going to really be a big deal if we're not very close to the periapsis, because this is such a minor inclination. Alright, there we go. Now we only need one more mun egg. Now, this mun egg is going the wrong way. If we switch to it, it's going the wrong way. So this needs to be... This needs a 180 degrees inclination change. That's hard to do. Gonna cost us a lot of fuel. So let's first of all fix this. Oh, come on. If I'm not mistaken, this will now give us, yeah, 180 degrees inclination. So there we go. There's only one way to do this, and this is just to burn all the way. And we're going to escape. We're going to escape the mun while we do this, because I was not paying attention to our prograde retrograde. Alright, that's getting close, actually. Getting rather close. Alright, so it's not perfect, but we did something. Right, let's get this on the 10% mark. And then after we fix the orbit and get a couple of inclinations, let's warp here. So we're going up on the orbit. Oh, we're too far already. So we need to go to the anti-normal. Alright. This is not the best time at the moment, so let's go to here, warp. We need to go normal again a little bit. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Almost 0. Did you see that? Just a little bit off. Alright, let's skip 1/6 ahead in the orbit. And let's point it down to the anti-normal. That's the wrong way, apparently. Sometimes I'm very, very bad at judging these things just by trying it. Alright, so what's the problem here? I'm looking at my LAN, longitude of ascending node. Alright, so it's too close on the 0, I guess, and now it won't. Angle between the crafts or the maneuver position around the orbited body. And trajectory around its parent. I think I understand what that said, but I don't. I think that if you're doing it well, this needs to be 180. Come on. Alright, another warp then. Wrong way. I'm not a rocket scientist, everyone. Point 1. I'll take it for now because well, we still need to do some alterations to the orbit anyway. All right. First orbital info tab. We're gonna get you back to 500. Oh, we don't have. What's this? We're almost out of fuel as well. Auto saving, and it, for some reason, Time to become a rocket scientist, bruh. Go hard or go home. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, so all the controls are locked again. The game has crashed once more. Second time today. I don't know what's going on. This has never ever happened before. All right. Resume. All right, let's fly the Mun Egg 3. No, it's 1 actually. The one on the awkward inclination. Did it save anything? That's the true question now. It did save. Yeah, it saved when it said it saves, so that's good. Alright, let's burn down until the periapsis is 500. Just under 500, that's good. Warp here. We're starting to get a little bit of fuel, a little bit of a fuel problem. That's okay, as long as it's in position. Oh, this would be perfect, a perfect position. Oh, excuse me. Coffee burps are the worst. Well, it's not really true. Beer burps are the worst, I guess. Let's see how much we can decrease this. Alright, we have to pay close attention to the fuel. This satellite has made two 180-degree turns around this planet, so I think this is just about the best we can get. It's like Gillette, the best the man can get. Alright, now this little triangle here is about bloody perfect. There's a triangle of satellites around the Mun. Alright, we'll make them invisible again, because I don't like looking at all the lines all the time, so at least we know now, whenever we go to the Mun, there will be a connection with all of the satellites all the time. A new service outpost on Minmus. It's interesting, but oh, and very profitable. 5 Kerbals and an antenna, and it needs to have 100 units of ore. Alright, so I think I'd rather do something on the Mun, because we haven't done anything on the Mun yet. This just needs to have 5 Kerbals and a docking port and abilities. Alright, so we'll do this one. Extract ore from the Mun, deliver it to Kerbin. Interesting. And science data around Kerbin, that's easy. Alright, but first, map 13 asteroids endangering Kerbin. with the Sentinel Infrared Telescope. Now that is in solar orbit near Eve. I've never even been at Eve. We're gonna skip that one for now. Let's do a little science, shall we? We have ion propulsion. This is what we wanted for a long time, so we can make even smaller, miniature even. Yeah, well, miniaturized space scooters, basically. Let's see. We have meta materials. Is this interesting to us? The Clampetron docking port senior sure is. Let's see. 160, so we can do also 2 of the... It's about time that we got these, right? And these parts. I'll get this one first. Now, 160 science, and then we'll have all of this line of science. That's good. Alright, so we have, right now, in orbit, a space station. And this space station... We also have Janden Kerman and his scrap, which we need to... we actually need to recover entirely, including the scrap. We have Luke Kerman. Then who is Gerson? Gerson's pod. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. The Minmus Miner, there it is. But we also have the Bus Minmus Station. Bussie's Minmus Station. There it is. Beautiful son of a bitch. And this station is currently orbiting radial out. I'm getting a lot of chats from... Oh, wait a second. This is somewhat serious. Give me a couple of seconds. Alrighty. Not as serious as I thought. Luckily. Alright. Here we go. The bus Minmus Station. Right here on... excuse me. Right here on a very high... 100 kilometers. Yeah, last time we put it at 500 kilometers. That's a bit too high for my liking. So, with the relays going at 300 something, these are in sort of a Minmus stationary orbit. That is to say, if we would focus on Minmus... Oh, that's not Minmus. This is Minmus. There we go. If we would focus on Minmus, then these go at the same rate as the planet rotates. So that's really interesting. Always keeping in touch. There we go. All right, going back to the this station, we're gonna want some modules on this. So these are docking port juniors, and we also have 2 seniors. No, not seniors, normal ones. So what I want to do is I want to expand this with a power module. Well, a power module would be nice, but I think the first order of business is to make a lander. A lander that could take people back to Kerbin. So we're going to make a lander module. That's the first thing. We're going to go to the Space Center, and we're going to put it on... we're going to put it on a normal docking port. Well, even though a lander doesn't need to really be docked, I assume. No, a lander... Well, we want it to be docked so it can travel with the space station. Yeah, alright. Alright, that makes sense. Alright. What we're going to do is we're going to grab one of these big command pods to house 3 people in it, but we're going to put one of these on top of it, and then where is it? The docking port, the normal docking port, normal Clampetron docking port on top of that. So this is going to stick to the space station, and some of this is going to return to Kerbin. So we'll need a heat shield, 2.5, and we don't use any ablazer, but we're going to be coming in hot. So, and this is going to be heavy as well. We're going to need some parachutes, some radial mounted. So on the top, yeah, we're gonna do 6 of these parachutes. It's going to be quite tight. A little bit cramps even. Alright, these also have a little bit in the way of monopropellant engines, but that's not going to be enough. We're going to go to coupling. We're going to grab the 25 decoupler, and we're going to grab a small fuel tank. Like this one. Yeah, that one will do. You can make it orange, but I don't like orange. I don't like that one particular color of orange. Alright, so this is great. We're gonna add a new new thing. Let's put some of these thuds on it. 4 of them. Let's also put some monopropellant. It's a giant tank of monopropellant. There we go. And let's see, the center of mass is, well, that's just about right. That's great. We'll put command and control. We'll put... Should we put... I think 4 will do. 4 of these engines. These are just for very small docking procedures. Alright, now, on top, we're gonna need, first of all, an advanced... Well, no, we'll put this... Yeah, we'll use this one. And we also want on here the probe core, because we want this to fly. Oh, remote guidance unit. That's great. I think the remote guidance unit is very good for this. Now some way to generate a little bit of power, so we'll put some solar panels on it, just to a couple of these small ones. A couple of the small ones. 2 here and 2 here. I think that will do. We could use more than this, but nah, this will do. Well, I think we're better off putting 4 on them, just in every direction, and putting them on the monopropellant tank. I think. Alright, parachute issues. I see the issue, yes. Alright, these engines have a little bit of power over this heavy rocket. So what if we put 1 poodle on it instead? And get rid of these. Gives it even less power. Alright. So then we take these engines. That's great. Landing capabilities. This needs to land, of course. Ground. Now we have the bigger landing struts. Finally, been waiting for these for a long time. Start extended, of course. Retracted, I mean. Yes. Right, like this. That's good. Right, then we extend them. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Alright, so what's going to be on the bottom of this? Well, the booster stage. So this is... I think this is done. So what are we missing? Parachute issues. Why? Crew assigned but no parachute attached. We did find a parachute in the same separation stage. Yeah, that's... Alright, so this is just a heads up. Empty crew cabin. We're missing a ladder. Doesn't have a ladder. Well, that's fine, because we're going to be to a hatch obstructed. Oh, that's this hatch. Yeah, I know it's obstructed. There's nothing we can do about that, really. We want the docking port. Hatch can't open. That's fine. Electric charge generating, but storage lacking. Storage lacking. Alright. Well, we need some... we need some storage, at least. Alright. Cannot transmit science. I think that's the least of my problems, but we are indeed in need of some antennas. Because this probe core is going to be... getting all the science. Alright, let's zoom in a bit because I can't see a thing. Don't wanna miss a thing. Alright, antennas. I think 2 antennas will do, actually. Make it a little bit cheaper. Alright, so this is the lander. It's very big. It can hold 5 people. And we can bring people to the space station with the scooter. But I think we can also land this on Minmus. Perhaps it's going to need a refueling, but you know, I think the monopropellant tank is too big. What if we have much less monopropellant? This is really big for what we're gonna do. Yeah. All right. So what if we just do this then? That's a lot better, but it has limited monopropellant because this is only 30 monopropellant. So we need some sort of monopropellant, but not so much. And we're also in need of some of these Yeah, we are going to need some of these engines. Can't we put the landing gear on the engines? Why not? Yeah, it gives us a wider landing base as well, which is always preferred. Alright. Cool. This could even land just on the tank if we wanted to, but I think legs are nicer to look at as well. Great. Now that only means we are lacking the... we're lacking some photovoltaic panels again. So how about these big ones? Yeah, these are too big. Sorry, that's not gonna work. So a couple of solar panels right there. Yep. Alright, so this is gonna be our lander then. Just a little bit of monoprops. There we go. This is a lot less heavy, and it will work. So this is going to be. Is this a rover? Is this a ship? This is, well, none of the above. This is just going to be the Kerbal return vessel Mark 1. This is not any of the... no, this is just going to be a ship. Alright, we have in the pilot seat right now a couple of people. What we could do is we could do a switcheroo. We could put some people on Minmus and bring some people back. But that's a bit... goes a bit overboard, don't you think? Alright. This will do. We'll get it into orbit, subassembly. Rockomax lifter. Alright, so that's this one is right there. That's not what we do. What we want. We want this to be. Yeah, that's good. 4 of these. That's good. So these, and this then switches. Alright, so that's better, yep. Alright, that is certainly better. Alright, and now... let's have this fixed as well. We can make some asparagus staging, so these all fire at the same time. Then these go first, and then these go last. So these go first, these two go last. Then this goes, which is over here. Yes. Alright, so that looks like a solid rocket to me. So these go off, these go off, this goes off. First we need to grab this part and say auto strut heaviest part, great. Auto strut heaviest part, and auto strut heaviest part. Alright, before we save this is going to be the Rockomax lifter times 4. Rockomax lifter times 4. Lifts even bigger things. Save. Alright, so the Delta V readout here is not correct at the moment. No, that can't be correct. So we'll just have to see as we fly. I think this will do us very nicely. Kerbal return vessel Mark 1. We didn't attach any launch clamps, by the way, but I don't think this needs launch clamps. We'll have to see. If we start bouncing, then... well, we don't bounce. Alright. So now the delta V is being calculated entirely differently already. Alright, it flies, so that's good. And we'll just turn prograde, I guess. So this could also, if we just land this on the Mun, it will also count towards this mission. Interesting. Space around Kerbin. Alright, so Gerzon and Luke have to be saved. That's fine, we'll get to them. So that's 2 tanks gone. Alright, point orbit. We're gonna have to get a lot more aggressive with our maneuver. Because we're climbing too fast. Alright, let's see how this works out. I think this is a bit overkill, but it's better to have a little bit of overkill than to be without fuel somewhere along the way. Oh, we should make a fuel, you know, a fuel station somewhere in space, just like a Tesco or a Shell. That would be amazing. Alright, so we're nearly circularized. We're gonna wait until we hit... Wait until we hit a couple of seconds on the apoaps. We'll use RCS to help us turn. But the craft is really heavy. If we want to turn, it's going to cost us a lot of power. Alright, that's good enough. That's good enough. Let's extend the antenna. No. Oh, it's already extended now. No, not. It's not extended. Let's extend it. This one as well. Come on. Yes, extend. Right, that will do. That will do. Electric charge dwindling slowly. That's fine. Let's target Minmus. Alright, we're coming up to ascending node, so we want the anti-normal. We want to fix our inclination towards Minmus. Alrighty. Alright, let's burn to fix this inclination. I'll take it. 0.3, that's fine. Alright, now where is Minmus? It's right over there. We'll make a maneuver node here. And we'll burn up. Focus view on Minmus. Not too shabby. Alrighty. Put it right around here. And let's get rid of the relays because we don't want to connect to a relay. We want to connect to the space station. I think that's going to be the closest we'll get. Alright. Point towards the maneuver node, and also let's warp towards the maneuver node. Great, here we go. The first addition to our space station. Today on Junk Wars. This thing, I mean, it does look rather, well, unimpressive, I guess. Alright, hey, let's go. Node in something something. We'll just start burning just around here. Alright, let's take an eye, let's keep an eye out for this maneuver node. We're gonna see if it connects. Almost there, come on. It's going to be rather close. Oh god, we missed it. We just about missed it. I think that's good. Alright, let's warp towards this periapsis. Let's get a capture within Minmus. Oh, we're luckily in the right rotation. That's good. So I think before we do anything else, we're gonna land this bad boy on Minmus. And we're gonna set the Minmus miner as a target. We're gonna be picking up a couple of people. Now this still has a lot of delta V in it, so we might even land this straight on Minmus. That would be impressive, I think. I think it's would be quite the feat if we do that. And then we can lift it up from Minmus. This thing is about to be this thing is going to be as stable as well, nothing at all really. Alright, so the only thing we have to do now is we have to kill all of our surface speed. And, well, luckily, We're burning up a little bit. So we're going to do a really bold maneuver. We're going to point at the target node. We're going to be burning towards the target. Not the best idea because this craft turns like a fucking brick. But well, we're in need. Alrighty. Now, let's go retrograde. I think we can slow down enough easily. I think this engine is quite powerful. Yeah, it is quite powerful. Alright, cool. Alrighty. Looks like something's gonna happen. I think we're gonna quick save here real quick. We're actually gonna land this booster stage on Minmus. That's insane. Okay, radial out. Surface radial out. Right, it's going to be quite the leap. It's going to be the wrong way. Alright. What's going on? This thing. Called love. I just can't handle it. Hey, bus! Welkom. You know what? We're just gonna ditch this. Well, this is just gonna be one. Finally can watch. I'm at home. The internet was broken. Alright. Well, if internet was broken, how are you watching this? That's what I want to know. So we're not going to land the entire booster stage because it just turns like a brick. I still love it how there's explosions in space. At least the sound of it. Oh, it's just back for a couple of minutes. Alright, alright. Cool, cool, cool. Welcome to the stream. The Thursday afternoon stream. The daytime television. You might have missed, then, that we have named something after you. We've named our space station right around here on Minmus after you. So this is Najad's Centipede. that's not the thing I named after you, of course, but the space station up in the atmosphere is called the bus space station. Something's off here at 73 kilometers. What? What's this? All right. Well, I'll show you in a second. All right. Here we are. Very springy, but it's gonna stay stable. It's gonna keep jumping for a bit. Alrighty, we have landed on Minmus. That's great. First of all, that's great. All right. So this could use a little bit of fuel. It's got fuel. It's got plenty of fuel. This will be able to return to Kerbal no matter what. So we've got a couple of fins lying around here. All right, some debris. Another fin. Here's the giant centipede. And here's the mosquito. The Minmus miner. And here's the vessel. Alright, so let's go to the... let's EVA a couple of people. We have a couple of people on board. So Gerwise and Franton have been on this ship for a long time. Let's make it daytime, so it's all a bit more manageable. Alright. Let's send the signs that we have. Transmit signs. There we go. Alright, so... at the moment, we have 2 scientists in here. These are... oh, this scientist... science, more science. Space. There is a thing called space here. That's good. Alright, so you're not in the lab. Alright, so you can climb out. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to jump. Whoa! Alright, you're going to go towards the new lander that has arrived. And you're going to take up one of the seats. Alright, Franton. But first, before we do that, we're going to make sure that you have the experience of planting a flag. Now, you might think to yourself, we're going to be planting 5 flags then. Which is correct. We're going to remove all of those flags afterwards because, well, it's just insane. Let's see. Take surface sample. You know what? We'll take a surface sample with us. How about an EVA report? No, that's not necessary. Alright. Oh, did you just salute? Did you salute the flag? That was cool. I know the Kerbals had little idle animations, but I didn't know they saluted the flag. That's really cool. Alright, let's board you, and let's also transfer crew. I can never find these buttons. Transfer crew, transfer to the top stage. Alright, internal view, hello. Yes, there she is. Great, Franton, welcome aboard. You're gonna go back to Kerbal for a long, well-deserved holiday. Alright. Then we have... in here, transfer crew. Who do we have? Gerwise and Milvin. All right, let's get Gerwise out. And Milvin. Oh, Gerwise first has to get out of the way. All right, Milvin. Milvin, get out. Woo! Alright, then how about you? Why didn't you go? Whee! Oh, lovely. Alright, you two need to plant a flag as well. And this is also going to be an Asda flag. Oh my god, there's so many things now. Alright. Yep, plant a flag. Alright, we'll get you two guys in the lander. On the lander itself, we're gonna be putting it up on the space station. Well, I think we can do a single launch return. I don't think this is too heavy to get off Minmus. Nothing's really too heavy to get off of Minmus, but that's beside the point. Oh, it's actually kicking the flag. That's not very nice of you. Alright, so that's 2 people in. Here comes the third. This game is all about the right amount of patience. Alrighty. So, we have 2 scientists in the bay. We have Vermi, our little pilot. And then we have Jeb, our pilot. Yeah, so we'll get 5 people back to base. 5 Kerbals. And then we'll just keep the 2 scientists here on... 2 scientists, and we also have, what's his name? In Dunful, of course. Dunful in the minor. Alright, so Jeb, you're gonna come with us as well. Oh, we forgot to plant a flag with Vermi, I think. I think his name is Vermi. Right, you plant a flag. Oh my god, yes. Alright, let's switch back to the lander real quick. Turn vessel, yeah. So, Vermi, you're gonna have to EVA. You're gonna have to plant a flag as well. Alright, we're gonna get you guys back home for a long, well-deserved vacation. I think it's a bit strange that you have to do a flag planting in order to... Oh, yeah, we got some data, of course, yeah. In order to get the experience. I mean, being here now we're just making now we're just planting flags everywhere just because, well, the mission told us or the most optimal thing to do is to get experience for these guys. So that's a bit strange, I think, but it's fine. It's fine. We can plant flags and we can get rid of them afterwards. It's fine. Bored. All right. First, go to the space center. We have some debris to clean up and some flags, and then we'll get these guys back home, or we'll land them on the Mun. Who knows? Who knows what we'll do? No, let's not land them on the Mun. All right. Here's a couple of flags terminate. Asde. Terminate. Exterminate. Alright, we have 2 pieces of debris. Alright, and the return vessel. Fly it. Whew. Alright, here we go. Let's quick save. Let's boost up a little bit. I think this is enough for a long time. No, not entirely. We want this to be at least 10 kilometers or something. And let's point towards the east while we do this. Let's also unset the target. Oh, we can't. Alright. Right, 20k. That seems to be just fine. 6 minutes until we're there. Retract the gears. If we can land this on the Mun, that would be great. Alright, circularized. Great. Can we unset the target? Yes. Thanks. Delta V. A lot. Right, so if we add a maneuver here, we could try plotting for the Mun. Would be great, wouldn't it, if we could do that? Well, I saw something. I think that will work. It's just a... Wow, that's a really cheap burn. All right. You know what? Let's quick save it here and not quick save it anywhere else. We're going to try and do this. We're going to try and get this craft on the Mun and then return to Kerbin in order to fulfill the contract for a moon base. We're just going to land an entire base on the moon and then just take off again. Oh, that's great. I love it. All right, 3-second burn. We have an encounter with the Mun. Rather nice one as well. Alright, let's go. Cannot auto warp that far. Alright, then we warp here. I definitely want to do a crew report, by the way. High over Kerbin. It's very round. I think we need one anyway. Crew report. Let's send it. Done. That gives us a contract done. Great. Another 18k in the bag. Alright, let's see if we can do this. I don't really know. I don't really know. Let's send a crew report from the Mun. That's not, yeah, that's not going to work. Alright. So, at the Mun, we have a periapsis. Let's warp there. And let's just land somewhere on the Mun. Why not? Right, so we're gonna do a couple of minor adjustments in order to be a little bit more efficient than just burning straight out. We want to land on the sunny side, preferably right around there. Yep. All right, cool. Let's warp towards here. Let's just try. We're going to be going rather fast, I believe. Ooh, here we go. Alright, so gonna be a point where we can't time warp anymore. We have very powerful engines, so I'm just gonna start the burn at 10,000. We're gonna get a little help from our RCS engines in order to save a little bit of fuel and make ourselves a little bit lighter. Alright, I don't think this will be able to get us back to go. We're also going to land on the side of a crater. That's really the most terrible place to land. Oh god. Why not just keep stability assist on? Yeah, side of a crater, everyone. Radial out. Put on the brakes. Does this help at all? I don't think so. We're just gonna tumble down. I'm fine with this. I'm actually fine with this. Nope. Alright, that's just a docking port though. That's a big rock. We just jumped over the rock. Alright, surface retrograde. Let's slow it down. Oh man. I think it's the brakes. Alright, for some reason, and I don't know what, I really don't know what's going on, but for some reason this thing does not want to stand still. Landing strut overstressed. Right, so what if we just toggle the gears? Yeah, alright, like this. Cool. Alright, so this would fulfill the contract, I believe. Let's see how far we get if we just turn east from here. Maintain stability. There we go. Build a new surface outpost on the Mun. Oh, it doesn't have a docking port anymore. Alright. That's it. And I don't think we're gonna get back with only that low amount of fuel. Once we're in an orbit, we could use the monopropellant to do the burns, but that would take forever. So we'll just do a regular old escape burn. As soon as we hit this place, we'll warp to here, and we'll add prograde until we get a nice encounter with home planet Kerbin. All right, let's do it. Let's get these people back from a long, well-deserved holiday. So let's pop it right around 35. I don't think we're going to return from 35, so that's a good way to go. All right, we still also have our engines. That means if we point surface retrograde, time warping from somewhere. I don't know where we are, but oh, here we are. There's the Mun. We only had to land on you, but no, you didn't want that. Alright, are we out of electric charge? Yes. Not the best. So what if we just turn around like this? We'll get some electric charge again. Slowly but surely. Alright, cool. Alright, here we go. There goes the lander stage. That's gonna go up in flames. There's no way we could have saved that. Antenna's broken. By sheer force. Right, so how is this looking? Yeah, we're gonna fall. That's for damn sure. All right. Let's wait until we're at, I think, 2,500. Well, I think 5,000 will do. These will automatically deploy as soon as we've stalled enough. Looks like the amount of parachutes is also just about right. Nice and gentle 4.4 meter landing. And that's it. We've brought the Kerbals home. Home to Kerbin. Great stuff. Splash down. Recover. Great. Alright, so we could now launch this same vessel and put it on the spaceship, on the space station bus, space station bussy. Alright, let's get this aerodynamic forces stuff. Then at least we have all of it. Great. So yeah, we could launch it to Minmus and just get all of it. That's an option. Another option, which another option is to fulfill our duty to go to Juna, because we haven't been to Juna yet, but we have explored Juna. A flyby of Juna. Well, that shouldn't be too problematic, right? Just a flyby. Jandon and his scrap from the service of Minmus. Yeah, that's something we're doing. Science data from space around Kerbin. Oh, didn't we get that one? Oh. And the surface outpost on the Mun. Well, that's going to be easy enough. Alright, so what do we do? I think first the flyby of Juna. It's going to be real nice. We're going to make a science rover then. Of course we need a science rover because we're going to do some science while we're there. But first, I think it's good to have a little bit of coffee. I'll be right back. Alrighty, a flyby of Juno. Well, this is new for me as well. I haven't never done it before. Let's see. We're gonna go to the KSP manual. So there is an in-game manual as well. I wonder if it tells me the same things. Alright, let's see. Locations. Celestial bodies. Juno. This doesn't really say a lot about Juno. It has no pages. Alright, space travel. Definitions. I mean, I'm learning new things, but alright. So it doesn't say anything on how to get to Juno. Rocketry, no. Space travel. Maneuvers. Yeah, I know this. Career. Doesn't say anything. Alright, I'm gonna have to do an old-fashioned Reddit. Alright. How to go to Juno. How to go to Giethoorn is also one of the things that people really want to know, apparently. Alright, tutorial. How to get to Juno. Traveling to Juno. Its close proximity to Kerbin. Yes. Low orbital eccentricity. Small size and gravity well comparable to the moon. Excuse me. Alright, so you need about you need about 4,700 to orbit around Kerbin with the rocket you're gonna take, and then you need about 10,060 for interplanetary transfer. We don't need to ascend to an orbit or return to Kerbin. We're just gonna do a flyby. Balancing the stage is tricky. Check your map to make sure Juno is ahead. Alright, so we need to actually... We actually need to be in the right alignment for this to work. Otherwise you're going to probably burn a lot more Delta V and it will probably take years. Alright, so zooming out, Juno is behind, not ahead. Juno needs to be slightly ahead. So we're going to have to wait a while. So, by any chance, if we just warp this, how long is it going to take before we can get to Juno? This is 10,000 times warp. Fastest we can get. It's going to take us a long time before we get there. Long time before we get there. Load, save. We had an auto save right here, I think. That's year 2. That's not what we want. Quick save 10. No. Was there no auto save? Oh god, we just actually skipped all those years. I'm gonna have so many contracts that we didn't fulfill. Oh, there's actually not so bad. Right, whatever. But it's gonna warp to next morning. There we go. All right, so it's actually gonna be rather intimidating to go there. We'll just brute force it like we always do. I'm gonna make a very small probe with the hex, because we want maneuver nodes. And we're just gonna put a fuel tank xenon on it. Xenon. That's a very small xenon container. Is this any bigger? Yes. Right, so 4 xenon containers and the Dawn propulsion system. So this actually is not giving us a lot of delta V, but that's because we are... Oh yes. So that's a lot of delta V. Alright. So this thing will probably get... can go anywhere if we really want to. We'll put some solar panels on it. Some solar panels on it, and we'll put some gigantors on it. There we go. So what if we just put another tank on, right? Because, well, apparently this is very lucrative. That gives us less delta V. Alright, so apparently if we strip it down a little bit, it will probably be more efficient. Because of the weight. No, I think we had it golden. Nope, we didn't. Hmm. 23,000. 27,000. 30,000. Alright, so something's up. Alright, let's do it like this. Why not? This also needs to come back. We're going to need utility, no, science. We're going to need one of these experiment storage units on it. And we're going to put all of the things on it. So we're gonna put on the gravioli. We're gonna put on the press mat barometer, and this one we'll do mystery goo. 2 of them. We'll even put on a science bay. We could put on this one, but I don't... Juna has an atmosphere, but yeah, it has an atmosphere, but yeah, then we need to do fancy stuff. Whatever. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put a utility parachute on this, and I think we're gonna decouple. I think we're just gonna decouple the entire thing after we're done, and just return the just return this. Well, it probably wants the probe core attached as well, doesn't it? All right, so let's ditch this after it's done, of course. Coupling. Probably wants a heat shield. Thermal. There we go. Alright. I like it. Communications. This thing is going to be very difficult to reach. This is not going to act as a relay, so we'll just have 2 of these communitrons on it. 4 of these Gigantor solar panels. This xenon gas is apparently very expensive as well. Like if we just take this off, that's 30,000 just. All right. So if it's expensive, it is expensive, but we're gonna bring it back. You know what? if it's really that expensive, I don't think we need all of this. Yeah, let's get 2 tanks off. Just to save a little bit of money. I think this is still plenty powerful. Yeah. It's more Delta V than we've ever had. This can take us anywhere, probably. Alright, so action groups. 1. 1 is everything that can extend. Toggle. And toggle. 2 is going to be all the science instruments. So that's going to be observe mystery goo, log temperature, log pressure data, log gravity, and observe the materials bay. And custom 3 is going to be to collect it all in the storage unit. Alright. Fair enough. This is going to be the Juna egg. Save. This needs to go to orbit and then some. I think orbit will be enough because of the xenon propellant. So would 1 engine be enough? Right, that's the question I'm now trying to ask, or trying to answer, I guess. So one of these engines, if we get a that's a nice touch, I guess, but that's not what we really want. Right, one of these. So what if we have 4 of these engines? Nah. This is not going to work properly, I think. Alright, so let's take these apart for a second. What if we put these on the side? Well, not like this, but like so. Can we put these sideways on anything? No, they have to be underneath something. Yeah, we'll just do it like this. Is this still on toggle 1? Yeah, it is. Great. It's a little bit strange at decoupling, but perhaps if we just use the smaller one. Nope. Alright, then I don't know. Let's just grab a decoupler. Let's just put a sub-assembly under it. Let's try and get this to the... Yeah, this is a bit too powerful, I guess. Because it's not too heavy at all. 4.5 tons. Easily lifted up. Alright. Get rid of you, and then... Let's see, get rid of you. So these go at the same time. Then this can go, and then this goes. Yeah, that's just about correct. Alright, the Juna egg. Let's save it. Probably forgetting something, since I always do. Ah, 1 parachute. That's not going to be enough. That's what I'm forgetting. It's 4 tons. 5 tons. Is 1 parachute going to be enough? You can test it. We can easily test if that's going to be enough. Alright. Six meters per second. If we jettison the heat shield afterwards, it's going to be stable 5 meters per second on just the one parachute. Let's see how it lands. Perfect. Revert flight. Alrighty, so this son of a gun, we're just gonna launch it. We'll see where it goes. Let's get a stable orbit around Kerbin, and then we need to escape Kerbin's sphere of influence. One area or another. Right, we didn't auto strut, by the way. Let's do it. So it's not as heavy a lifter as it looks. So I know the xenon gas needs a lot of power for its maneuvers, and the burn times can be really long if you're going somewhere. But it is very efficient. And very expensive. We'll just have to see how it goes. We'll just have to see how it goes. Alright, pointed to orbit prograde. There we go. Those two can go off. Right, it's pointed straight at the horizon. We're still climbing, that's fine. But let's get some horizontal speed in, because the horizontal speed is way too low to even start making an orbit. Right, a little bit up. Let's get some solar panels out. There we go. I have a feeling that this was a very inefficient launch. The Apple Apps is now finally above 70. Well, good thing is we're only going to need a little bit of an inclination change to circularize here. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, let's turn around. Let's ditch the rocket. Oh god, that's not what we meant to do. Not at all. Flippin' heck. Alright, we can at least do a more efficient launch, I guess, this time. Oh man. Alright, let's go up. Alrighty, nearly emptying this stage. Here we go. Let's get rid of these. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There's an orbit prograde. Orbit is steadily climbing. That's great. So we're gonna hit 70 in a while, and then we're gonna go straight to the horizon. Let's open up the stuff that we have. Hibernating warp auto strut enabled. This is what we forgot last time. We keep forgetting it. Alrighty. Apple Apps is going a little bit down, that's fine. Alright, let's go to this point in time right here. Alright, 80-kilometer orbit. Great, and we're out of fuel. More or less. Alright, so how do we get to Juna? Let's set it as a target first. Let's start with that. Set as target. Alright. I think, judging this, we want to match this orbit, right? So I think on our periapsis side... Oh well, we're actually here. Alright, let's quick save this. And let's do a prograde burn. Let's see where it gets us if we just do a prograde burn. or very low thruster weight. This is nowhere near enough to eject us. Oh my god, this is gonna take ages. Actually gonna take ages. Apoapsis is rising. Oh my god. I don't think we're gonna make it with this. Well, we're probably gonna make it, but it's gonna take forever. It's gonna take literally forever. Let's time accelerate. Alright, and then I just need to quit, and then we need to go to the periapsis again. Warping around. And then we need to do another one of those burns, and then we need to Alright, we're gonna see. Alright, 50 kilometers. Sure. It's gonna take a while. Well, one of the things I have is time, so... So what if we just burn at the target, right? Let's just burn at the target. Alright, material study. No. Gravity scan. Oh, we can send this. Nothing, nothing. Let's just burn at the target forever. See what happens. I mean, we're gonna have to go that way, and then it will possibly do something. Elu is right there. There is Jewel. Dress. Alright, so from out to in we have Elo, Jewel, Drez, Juna, Kerbin, Eve, and then there is another planet. Yeah, there it is, Moho. Alright, each one of these has a couple of moons, probably. Yeah, this is going nowhere fast. This is going nowhere fast. But we'll have enough Delta V for the rest of our lives. Well, I don't have that much time for the rest of our lives. I'm very sorry, Juna lander thing. It's not gonna happen. Well, perhaps we can just alter it instead. Juna egg, load. Perhaps we can alter it with some different tanks. So we'll put these... No. We'll put these on here for a sec. Get rid of these. Alright, so what if we make it a terrier-based... flyby, or a nerve rocket. Oh, of course, we haven't used the nerves yet. Nerves are very efficient. Alright, so I think 5 of these nerves. The nerves themselves are rather heavy. Alright, gives us quite a bit of Delta V. In vacuum even more, of course. Great. And now we just need to get this to vacuum. I don't think we need the Gigantor solar panels then. I think these little solar panels would just be enough then. Well, these should be a bit lower because we're going to put nose cones on them, and they don't need. We don't want them to block sunlight of these. Speaking of which, so what if we put some on here as well? Yeah, I think that's a rather good idea, actually. So if we put 6 of these on here as well, right? And we just angle them a bit. Rotate. Just angle them a bit. So this can get solar power from 2 sides. I think that's better. Alright. Now let's launch this monstrosity, this Juna egg. At least it will have some decent thrust to weight ratio now, right? Not very decent, but in a vacuum it's not too bad. This is with 5 of these motors. Absolutely insane. Now I believe that these do generate heat. Let's see, auto strut and hibernate in warp auto. I believe that these do generate heat, and we need to dissipate the heat, so that's too big. So what about these edge panels? Something like this. Will this work? Activate radiator. Oh, this perhaps. Yeah. This will dissipate some heat. Does it need to be on the motor, or it can't be on the motor? All right. All right, I think that will do. Yep. We'll just have to do it. Stage lifter. We'll grab the big one. Oh, that's a bit creepy. That's more like it. Alright, the big one, because it's quite a big rocket, the Juna egg. Here we go. Take number 20. So what's going to happen when we press 1 on this bad boy? If we press 1, it's just going to toggle the antennas, and that's basically it. Because it has nothing else. If it toggles 2, science. If it toggles 3, collect all the science. I agree. Let's build, save, launch. Alright, so what if we auto-strut this as well, of course. SAS on. Are you all ready? I think we're ready. Alright, cool. Let's go. Oh, it can barely lift it. Look at this. It's a good thing we chose this one. Oh god, it's gonna go sideways too fast. Alright. It's nowhere near stable enough. Alright, we need to get it up in the air first. Now, how do we do something like this? Easy. Whenever life gives you lemons, just add more boosters. Alright, we'll have some of these kickers or kickbacks. Yeah, look. These will do. Let's grab the entire rocket. Let's lift it up. We'll couple D12s in symmetry mode, of course. And we'll just add a couple of kickbacks in symmetry mode. So these go with this. Alright. Thruster weight is enough to get it off the ground. And then I think we'll be good. Oh my god. 4 kickbacks in order to get this damn thing off the ground. Alright, so these nerve engines, they are heavy. If you ever want to use them, be aware they're very heavy. Alright, let's auto strut this to the heaviest part, and let's auto strut this to the heaviest part. Alright, let's try this out. So we're first going to go straight up. No silly things. We're just going to try and stay alive. Alright, now I think... Oh, it's trying to turn a bit. I was gonna say small inclination, but I think we'd better not. I think we're just better off leaving this. Just get to the 10-kilometer mark first, and then we start our gravity turn. If we're going straight up, the curvature of the Earth will make sure that nothing lands on our base. If all is correct. Alright, so at least we've climbed. So that's good news. Alright, let's start the infamous gravity turn. I will try and aim orbital prograde, which seems to work. That's good news. All right. Not the best, but it's going. Alright, here we go. Pointing flat. This is so... Oh god, did we just turn on all of the... Yes, we did. Oh my god. We didn't want that, really. But I guess it's very welcome right now. Because we're in orbit and we're gonna need the extra thrust. Oh, this is quite the crazy rocket. It's not really what we wanted to do, but I'm glad it did. I'm glad it did. Get some comms. Gravity scan from Kerbal water. Yes. Contract completed. Alright, checking my readings. We're gonna circularize with this. That's no question. It's just not gonna be very pretty. Alright, here we go. Alright, we're circularized. Auto saving. Great. Alright. So we're just gonna set Juna as a target. And we're just gonna burn from our periapsis, and we're just gonna burn we're just gonna start our burn. Just let's see where we go. So it's not as fast as we're used to, but it's apparently very very generous with the fuel. We're not using a lot of fuel. Alright, now let's warp. Warp here. Now what this does is it will allow us to do the warp in multiple times, multiple burns. So we get the most efficient part of the warp done. Warp here again. All right. There's no Kerbals in it. It's just a probe. Alright, this is at least a lot better than the xenon gas, but still. Gravity scan, I'll take it. Space near Kerbin. No, 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 no. Alright, so we just skipped the bun encounter, that's great. Alright, and we're gonna be escaping. Alright, so we're actually burning the wrong way, you see? So first, get to here. If we can warp that far. Alright, look, here we go. We're a probe in an orbit around the sun. Oh my god, this is gonna take years. Years of our lives. But we're still in contact with the Kerbal Space Center. Insane. Insane in the membrane. Alright, so now let's warp. Well, we're gonna have to warp a little bit further, but first let's do some science, because we haven't done any science here yet. Of course. Now, if you press 2... Alright, so we're gonna get a lot of stuff. Let's see, should we keep the material study? No, I think we're gonna do one at Juna. The gravity scan, we're gonna keep that. Atmospheric pressure scan, keep that. Temperature scan, keep. Mystery goo observation. Let's reset the mystery goos. And let's collect it all. Alright. Warp here. Once again, it's going to take a lot of days. Kerbal year is, I think, 270 something days. We'll have to see. Oh, we're losing connection every now and again. Alright, let's go prograde. Let's try and encounter Juna. You know what? Let's add a maneuver and try and encounter Juna instead. Oh, we have a close encounter. It's not a very close encounter, but yeah, so no matter how big we blow this up, we don't have enough delta V to do that. Alright. Add a maneuver. I think the timing is wrong. Alright, this is better. Alright, something magical happened there. We had an encounter. This is not really helping anything. Oh, come on. Alright, that was it. Got it. Warp to next maneuver. Let's hold maneuver prograde. It's going to be a 2-minute burn in a couple of days. Oh my god. This is going to be... our people are going to have a year off. Perhaps even 2 years. They're going to be on vacation. What we're going to do in the meantime, before we start this intense burn... Quickly going to go to the tracking station. You guessed it. Najad has covered a lot of science for us. in his Centipede. We'll want to collect it before we go off any longer. It's not even full. Alright, we can't even move it yet. Let's see. No crew control? But what, this? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This thing actually needs crew control. It has no probe. Alright, well that's easily fixed, luckily. Let's transfer crew to... Transfer crew. Transfer to here. Wow. Alright, transmit science. Alright. I didn't know it actually needed crew to do the transfer. Alright, let's go. Put you in there. Start gathering science again. Tracking station. these people have been gathering stuff on the Mun for ages. It's not fair. Alright. Let's go. Oh, does it retain the does it actually retain the maneuver node? Can I control this at all? It does retain the maneuver nodes, that's good. And we can warp towards the maneuver. Alright, and then we can... Oh, we have no probe control at the moment. Why not? God. This is going to be a problem. We're going to be too late for our... we're already too late for our maneuver. Alright, we're 5 days late. Is that a problem? It has electric charge, so why can't we... Limited probe control. We're control locked for some reason. Alright, so this is basically space junk. Handsome space junk. Space junk nonetheless. Hello, TV LOL Gamer TV. How are you doing? Oh, we seem to have regained some control. That's good. We've got an encounter. We have. Alright, I'm just gonna burn towards it. Otherwise we'll lose connection and we can't burn again. We've got the Delta V to do it, so... think you're doing good. I don't know how to say it in English. Not the yellow from the egg, but it's good. Alright, alright. I understand. Not the yellow from the egg. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, so let's see. Let's see if we can make this. So 2 of these communitrons, not good enough. Antenna rating 100G, combinable. Alright. That's how I would say it in Germany, if we translate this in German again. Right. Right, German. Nicht der Gelb from the egg. I guess. Not very good at German. You know, I live in the Netherlands, and it's kind of expected from you to learn German while you're in high school. I chose French instead. And yeah, German is it's I thought the language was a bit harder to learn than French. Nicht das Gelbe von Ei, aber es geht. Ja. Sehr gut. Super toll, klasse. That's all I remember from German class, I think. Super geil. Alright, there we go. French, bonjour. Ah, bonjour. J'ai étudié un petit peu de français dans high school. Oh god. Alright, we've got an encounter, but I don't know if this probe is going to have the control necessary to use the encounter to its fullest potential. Right, so there's the sun. We're flying around it. It's going to take another year. I mean, time is luckily no problem. Okay, I don't try to speak French. Alright, alright. Alright, so this is going to take a year again. We've got a direct line. Well, we've got limited probe control. Signal strength is nice. We've got a direct signal strength with Kerbin. Strangely enough, with some unknown objects, I'm really triggered by these. Let's, well, triggered, that's a strong word, of course, but, Alright, every now and again we have no probe control. Now we have limited probe control. Alright, we're gonna crash down. Crash down this, there is still a line of connection, so something is good. Unknown objects or asteroids normally. Yeah, well, you know, the asteroids, that's a bit late game, I think, because you need a really big spacecrafts and whatnot. All right, we're at least going to get a flyby of Juno now. If we can go home, that means that we will have fulfilled this contract, even if it took us multiple years to achieve. Now, I'm afraid some of my contracts will fail because it takes too long to get them. Right, so we get a couple of rescue missions. It's just flyby Juno now. Do you need asteroids in the late game? Well, you never need the asteroids. That's one of the nice things about it. Alright, wait a second. I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna have to focus here for a second. Just a second. Alright. First things first. Let's get some science done. Temperature scan. Alright, so material study. We'll keep this one. It's nice. Gravity scan. Let's keep it. Atmospheric pressure scan. Keep it. Temperature scan. Keep it. Mystery goo. Keep it. The other mystery goo will get away. All right, so we have one. All right, collect it all. Module inoperable. Yeah, now this is inoperable. Let's close the doors though, just because we can. All right, so we did a flyby of Juna, and now we need to return. So Juna, very big sphere of influence. All right, now on the way back, we're just gonna warp out of here because we have what we came for. All right, thanks, Juna. My pleasure. Next time in my place. All right, now we set this as target. We have somewhat of an intersect, but it's not really an intersect at all. We still have direct control, which is strange. I didn't think this would work, actually. Alright, now we'll just need to get into the right position. Plenty of delta V. Alright, at the ascending node, warp here. No, you know what? At the periapsis, warp here instead. And we'll burn retrograde, and we'll try and make our orbit smaller again until we have a connect with Kerbin. LolGamer14. Try to plug in his controller from the PS4 into the CD slot. I can see that happening to me as well. Just oh, wait, this is USB. This is not CD. All right, let's slow our orbit down. We're going way too fast. I have a feeling that we're not gonna get back on this tank. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. Right, so here's a close approach. Oh god, we just hit it. I just spammed over it. We just hit it. Let's go very slow. Great. Absolutely great. 3 years. 3 years in the making, this... Alright. Polar orbit. Great. Warp here. No, an ad. I just stopped the stream. Oh my god. Any closer there'll be paperwork. Alright, cool. World's first milestones. Flyby of Juna. Great. I think I just joined your Discord. Alright. Oh yeah, I see. Cool. Very cool. Welcome aboard. Alright, so this is a multiple year mission. We could have done millions of missions in the meantime. But this mission is finished. We have gone and done a flyby of Juna. Now the game will think that we are experts on Juna and will only give us missions to build a base on Juna and whatnot. But we made it. We went to the red planet. We survived. Contract deadline expired. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, Gerzon. We should have thought about that before we went and do we have enough to slow down? I don't know. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll at least be in somewhat of an orbit of Kerbin. Alright, retrograde slowing down. Slowing down. Let's keep an eye on the fuel. I don't know if we have what it takes. Yeah, sure. I'll give you the rank in a second. Oh, come on. Slow down. Alright, something's happening now. It needs to happen now. Come on. We're out of fuel. We're out of fuel. Alright, let's hope. With what engine do you slow down? I'm slowing down with the nerve engines. Alright, there you go. Welcome to Discord. I can't get into the orbit. No. We'll have to see what's going to happen now. I'll be cast out, of course, and I will be on a plane close to that of Kerbin. But I don't know if we'll have an encounter again. Set this target. Come on. I don't think we'll ever have an encounter again. We got slung out. This is the closest approach, but no encounter. Oh man, a 4-year mission and we just fudged it up. This will be a hard rescue mission. Well, it's just a probe. I'm gonna destroy it, I think. It's just a probe. Yeah, this is it's going wide. It will never catch Kerbin again. We'll terminate it. Tracking station. It was only a probe, yeah. Oh well, if we're gonna terminate this, of course, but we'll catch the Juna egg. And we'll have to send all of the science, of course. We don't want the science to go to waste. So let's press 2 in order to get the rest of the signs. Mr. Goo, yeah, alright. Send, send, send. Review store data, send, 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 send. Alright, not enough charge. Gathered the first scientific data from the sun. Alright. So how's our Juna data then? Right, let's keep. Let's allow partial on this. Allow partial, that's good. Alright, let's warp a little bit so we get a little bit more power. There we go. How can I land on the Mun? Well, that's the next thing we're gonna do actually. So keep in touch, I would say. Alright, we're not gonna get this back. Send. 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 There's enough electric charge. Alright. And it's done. This should now have no experiments anymore. We can keep this, but it's not gonna be the same. Alright. Temperature scan while space high over the sun. Yeah. Gravity scan in space high over the sun. Sure. Alright, nothing interesting anymore. We'll destroy it, sadly. Got one of the best Mun encounters ever, and I just pressed revert flight. Ouch. Yeah, that sucks. Terminate. Exterminate. Alright, we'll go to the Science Centipede. And we'll have it send some data again. This will have accumulated a lot of science over the years. Yeah, it's nearly full. Alright. So, transfer crew. Transfer Slull to here. Let's transmit the science. Science pack's real big. Come on. This looks cool. Yeah, this is a centipede that we sent into space. It was quite the thing. There we go. Alrighty. We had a contract for a deployable base on Minmus. Where we also had to get a lot of stuff done. Hey, I'm missing something. Where's the space scooter? Where's the scooter? Where's the mosquito? Mosquito's gone. How will this come back? It won't. This is a permanent base. This is a colony. Alright, the scooter is gone. Alright, so I'm guessing the scooter just exploded or something. Rip Kerbal's in there. Yeah, well, we'll pick them up. We'll pick them up. They have been there for 7 years now, non-stop. Alright, flyby Juna. Return from Kerbin from a flyby of Juna. Well. It's harder than it looks, I guess. Alright, we'll put a lander on the Mun. Right, so we can show that as well. We have a mission for it, so Kerbal return vessel Mark 1. All right, it's a biggie. We're gonna have to make yeah, we're gonna get some crew in here, some low-level crew. So everyone that is level 1 still. All right, so Bob and Jebediah, you're not coming. But everyone that's still level 1, you're gonna come with us. Alright, so this guy is a little less number 1 than this guy. Pilots, we don't really need pilots per se. Alright, let's send these people to the Mun. To the Mun! Yeah, are there any good 2D rocket plane games? I would be intrigued. Excuse me. All right. Move it. I could say the name for the 2D rocket building game. Well, tell me, please. Please tell me. Alright, clean separation. Space flight simulator. Alright, good to know. Let's go orbit retrograde now. So we get a bit of a steeper ascent. Alright, let's get this up to just about 80 kilometers an hour. Well, not an hour, 80 kilometers at all. Haven't been any updates, he says. Alright. That's fine. Alright, extend. And extend. Alright, so any, no, not really. Alright, cool. Gears out. Alright, we're really pushing it here. I don't think we're gonna have enough oomph to get this done. So what if we engage all these engines as well? Would that be bad? I think it would be bad. Right, there they go. Alright, I think we circularize. Yeah, alright, so now we move closer to the apoapsis in order to finish our burn. There we go. Nice. Alright, now, how to get to the Mun. Set as target. We have a little bit of an inclination. We have an ascending node visible, but it's not too bad. We're gonna go right around. We'll watch down and we'll put the mun on right about 2 o'clock. And we'll just grab the maneuver node and we'll drag it out. And we'll get an encounter with the mun. Now this mun periapsis, I'm not very happy with it. You know, I think that's better. Just crashing into the mun. No, we don't want to crash in the mun. Your delta V isn't enough most of the time. Alright. Alright, that's a different issue. That's just an engineering issue. You can fix that. Add more boosters. It's a very simple process, luckily. Alright, 12 kilometers. That's bloody perfect. Orbit, warp to maneuver. Drelo, hey all! And if we build a bigger rocket, then it flips and it flips and it flips and it flips and hello, it flips and it flips. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem you need to solve by making your rockets. Well, first of all, always pyramid shaped, right? Small bits at the top, bigger bits at the bottom. Always check your center of lift versus your center of mass. Your center of mass should be very low in the rocket. And then 99% of the rockets will fly. This game is not a perfect rocket science simulator, so you know, things like lateral friction and stuff. It's not very well calculated at all in this game. And that's all fine. Alright, let's try and get this mun encounter. Let's try to at least achieve one of our contracts. We did a flyby Juno, but we just didn't return. It was a shame. How is that the closest approach? If we have an encounter already. Well, beats me. Alright. Got it. Alright, yeah, something's not adding up. We're gonna need to do a little bit of a retrograde burn in order to save this, to salvage this. Something's not adding up. We're crashing right into the mun. Not that that's a problem for me, but for the Kerbals on board, might be a bit of a problem. All right, now we have a periapsis with the mun. Great, great stuff. Let's warp there. All right, so this is not even packing any science. This is just a lander for a contract we made earlier already. Lander or outpost on the mun. Alrighty. Here we go. Decelerating. And we're gonna decelerate straight into mun. Let's check our surface speed. We have plenty of delta V in this rocket. We're just gonna touch down with the rocket entirely. Just like we tried to do on Minmus. So let's get to, I think, 200 surface speed. Press F5. Alright. We're gonna land on the edge of the crater. But that's actually fine by me. This is over-engineered for what we need right now, but I think it's rather cool that we get to keep the booster stage and still land on the Mun. Alright, so we have no vertical... No horizontal speed anymore, that's good. Alright, let's aim for the radial out. As that is pointing towards the planet. And let's try and keep it stable. Would be nice. That's the shadow. Alright. It looks like we've landed on the booster stage. Whoa. It doesn't look like it at all because it's wobbly like hell. Alright. Luckily, we have just the solution for this. Well, that's not a solution. Luckily, that didn't crash at all. This is a little bit strange. Let's try and get it radial, but no, it didn't go boom at all. Well, this will count as a station once it maintains its stability. We've been here before. We have been here before, and we will solve it. Alright, we have cash. Cash upon delivery. Alright, so try to turn with the RCS. Put out the gears. Yep, there we go. Easy enough. I like it. Alright, so now we just go to orbit prograde. Just boost. Just boost up. Go to the north. Why not? I have to leave in a few, says Dralo. Feel free to post pictures of your vessels. Oh, he's yeah. All right. Good thing you're helping out the people that need it. That's real noble of you. All right, here we go. Oh, we're already on an escape. A Mun escape. And then we're on a Kerbal escape. That's not really good. We're gonna warp here. We're gonna retrograde it. Can't I just wait until the Mun is above me? And then wait to try and land it without any orbit? Well, I didn't orbit the Mun. Ah, it's a German Discord. Alright, I guess you guys have found each other then. Good to hear. Good to hear. Alright. So we didn't as much land on Minmus as we, on the Mun as we crashed on it, but it works. Alright, cool. Pointing surface retrograde, let's... Whoop. Alright, and let's... While we're here, let's try and... get rid of everything. We can now get rid of the antennas. Retract. And this one as well. Alright, that looks good. KSP is my life now. Love to explain and teach. Well, that's good to hear, man. It's good to hear. Not a rocket scientist, alright. But hey, German engineering, I mean... German engineering is said to be the best in the world. Alright, at least one contract completed. And we're gonna save these guys from the... We're gonna save Jandon and Luke. You need a cliche? I don't know what you mean, sorry. Full crew control. Cannot transmit science. Why not? Did it lose the antennas again? Oh, it has extended antennas. Deployment would destroy that part. Alright. That's good to know. Cliché. Yeah, well, cliché, like in French, like in English or Dutch or basically any language I know. Proud of pretzels and leather jeans. All right, that's also a side of Germany, I guess. All right, well, we can keep the heat shield, recover some money as well. Alright, over-engineered, but it will do the trick. Alright, so if you order strut to the heaviest part, they will just... Alright, we did it. Great, let's recover. Oh, alrighty, alrighty. Quite a bit of science now. What do we want? Large probes, nah. Large volume containment, that could be nice. Protective rocket nose cone. Beans and an inline clampetron. He's been out of school for 35 years. Cut him some slack. Alright. These adapters, inline crew cabins, inline cargo bays. That is very nice. I don't really need any of this at the moment. But yeah, saving my science is, of course, a bit stupid as well. Let's get this for the rechargeable battery bank of 4K. That's going to be real nice. And these are going to be nice as well, because these just generate constant electricity. Oh, 35 years. No, out of school for 35 years, but you're 53. And you're already out of retirement. You've done something well in your life. Way I'm looking, I'm gonna have to be working until I'm what, 65. All right. Let's just get some of these parts, because why not? All right. Hypersonic flight. All right. Advanced canard. Shock cone intake, whiplash, Dart liquid fuel engine, and an engine pre-cooler. Alright, great. Science data from the surface of Juno. A new surface outpost on Minmus. Another one? Nah. Bring a newly discovered Class A asteroid into an orbit around Kerbal. Now this is something that is interesting. That is interesting. I'm thinking of taking that contract, but on the other hand, I have been streaming for 3.5 hours now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break. If you want to know when I'm live, there is the follow button, of course. You know where it is. Or there if you're on mobile. No, there if you're on mobile, and there if you're on computer, I guess. I guess. I don't really know. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, we'll see you all... Last one was right. Alright, good. Thanks. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and follow if you want to catch me live next time. And for now, I bid you all adieu, and swipe right on Tinder and that sort of stuff. And we'll see you all again next time. Have a great day.